Hey, I'm Ray.
And I'm Bob from My Chemical Romance.
And you're watching Click
Music.
I messed it up. I'm Ray, I play guitar.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I play the drums.
Nice. Okay, give us in a nutshell, kind of describe your sound, because it's not similar to much else that's around.
Okay.
So how do you describe it?
The genre sort of name that we've been kind of throwing around is like violent pop. We kind of mix elements from all different kinds of music, like heavy metal, punk rock, a little bit of stuff like, influence from like The Cure and the Smiths. That's like mainly like Gerard's influences, and I don't know. We definitely try to mix every genre that we're into. Like we don't like to write one type of song. We don't like to write like only fast songs or slow songs. We try to just mix it up as much as possible, and I think that's why we have the sound that we do.
Okay. I mean, and also you said that you're sort of fairly heavily influenced by punk. Sort of punk music. So how does that manifest itself in the music?
I think the punk really comes out from mainly, I think, when we play live, like just the energy that we play the songs with.
I think it's the attitude.
Yeah, and there's definitely also like a East Coast sort of us against them kind of attitude, like when we take the stage, and I think really that's where that punk rock comes from.
Okay. And also, I mean, I've read in other interviews that you're sort of influenced a lot by sort of film and literature as well, in terms of the stuff that goes into the music. What kind of things are you into and reading and watching?
Excuse me, we're very much into like horror movies and kind of independent cinema. Also into comic books, horror novels, things like that. So I know, especially like with Gerard and the lyrics that he writes, he gets a lot of influence from comics and film.
And speaking of comics, is New Jersey just the way that Kevin Smith kind of says it is? It's pretty accurate to Kevin Smith's portrayal. It's very very dirty, very kind of seedy sort of. A lot of people just kind of like, it's funny because Clerks is a good example of just like, I know so many people who would just hang out in the parking lots of convenience stores and just do nothing but hang out all day and just talk and drink coffee and things like that. So it's a pretty good portrayal of what people do. Okay. Also, in terms of the rage that's there, even other sort of really sort of heavy bands don't get that kind of angst and rage across like you guys can. How do you put that in the studio?
I think just because we're very, we're genuinely passionate about what we do. As we're there's nothing fake about us. Like when we go in to record a song or, when we go to play live, it's like a different experience every time, and we really try to put ourselves as much into that performance as possible. Like we don't just get up on stage and just be like, all right, we're playing our songs. It's really like an emotional outpouring.
And how do you keep that when you're on tour? I mean, sort of night after night, is it?
It's kind of weird to watch it. Like off stage, we're kind of different people, and as soon as we hit the stage, it's like something weird kind of happens, and we all kind of feed off each other and feed off the crowd. And every night, we finish our show, and then it's back to like sitting on the bus and doing nothing. But we always look forward to like the next show and making that a good one. And it's just something happens where just like when we start playing our instruments, it's just, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, we just become it's like the inner beast is unleashed or something.
Unleash. That's a good
Unleash
one.
the beast. There's about like a year and a half. I think about a year and a half between records or so.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's just the timing that it maybe was released here, or like we just enjoy working hard, and one of the best things about being in a band and musicians is to be able to write new material, and it's always a constant joy. Like it's not that you get tired of playing older stuff, but there's a lot of like just any day you can come up with an idea or you get inspired to do something, and always writing new material is a pleasure, and that's like, we can't wait to get back into the studio and record the next thing.
Cool. I mean, but in terms of that, over here, because it obviously came out a bit later,
right?
The first album, you kind of have, like, in the last 6 months, just been absolutely catapulted, like, into the spotlight. You had Roxanne cover, and you're doing a Metal Hammer photo shoot as well. How's that been for you? For you lot? So it's just suddenly being absolutely huge.
Whirlwind.
Yeah, that's definitely a good term to use. We're very taken aback by everything that's happened in the past year, and over here too, like over the past couple of months. Like just the venue that we're playing today, like it's just awesome that we're able to play here. And when we first came here, we played a club that probably only held like maybe 100. It seemed like 150 to 200 people. Like a club called the Barfly. So to be able to play here, not too long after that is just amazing. And we've seen it at other places too. Like it's always a surprise when we come to places and are able to play shows and kids actually come out. And so yeah, it's just total. We're just taken aback by everything.
I think it's crazy too to see, like, when you hit a place like a venue like this and you know that you're playing it, to know that you're the headlining band that night, when it's usually not as big of a deal. It's cool to play a place like this, but it's when you finally realize that it's like,
it's like our show.
Your show. Like,
it's crazy.
And how have you found the UK crowds in comparison to like back home?
UK crowds, UK kids are awesome. It's kind of like the States, where every city and every state you play has like a little different flavor. Like the kids, show their appreciation in different ways. But yeah, we felt nothing but love over here in the UK. We love it here.
So what's been your proudest moment then so far? As a band and as individuals.
So far over here.
What's your proudest moment, Bob?
Anywhere.
The hole in the Incredible Hulk mask was pretty good.
That was pretty good. I got an Incredible Hulk. I think stuff like, for me, like, proudest moments are doing like stuff like Letterman and like shows that you grow up watching and you see people on, but it doesn't really appear to be real. But you can finally like say you've done it, and I still don't believe that we did that, but proof is on tape. Just I don't know, I guess proudest moment happens every day. Like just the fact that we get to play. I'm just really proud of the fact that I'm proud of I think I'm most proud of the fact that we've been able to stay pretty, very grounded and pretty similar to the people that we started out as when we first started the band. We've definitely matured a lot and learned a lot, but I think we're still the same bunch of kids who that we were 3.5 years ago or whatever. The same goof-offs. We're a bunch of jerks. A bunch of silly jerks.
So a lot of the songs as well are very narrative, like they're real stories. How much are they specifically autobiographical?
Well, Gerard writes all the lyrics, and I know there's a lot of like, whether he'll admit it or not, I know there's a lot of stuff about him and his relationships and his life in the lyrics, but he still finds a way to make it, to write lyrics in a way that's a little more subtle and not as direct, and kind of makes it helps make it more accessible to more people, that more people can identify with what he's talking about.
I mean, you mentioned also that at the same time that you're the same people as when you started.
No! Can you hold for 2 seconds?
Super Dave,
he's pissed.
You changed a lot and sort of earning away from like sort of vampires and blood thing. So what's it maturing towards? What's it going towards? What's it didn't change?
I don't know. I think we're getting away from the whole blood sort of kind of thing and just coming to getting to a more, just kind of like a mature, just rock and roll band. Just kind of like a rock and roll look. Yeah.
Okay. You're all big Maiden fans. What gone best album, best tunes?
My favorite album is Killers, and my favorite song is Murders in the Rue Morgue. Because it's funny because whenever we come over here, everybody talks about Maiden, because it's such like a legendary band from here, and they were just definitely a big influence on my guitar playing. Killers, I think, is my favorite album because it's just very punk rock and also like heavy metal at the same time.
And just quickly, finally, what's next? What can we expect from you lot next in the next year?
Touring.
Yeah, just constant touring. We're going from here. We're going from here to Japan,
Here to Japan, doing 4 days in Japan.
then Hawaii for a couple days, and then touring the U.S. And I think we'll be back here in April for a week, and then we'll be on tour with Green Day, and then back over here for festivals, and then over in the U.S. for a little bit, and then back here. So we're going to be touring constantly, and also we're going to be writing for the next record, which hopefully we'll start recording early next year. So. Okay, so I'll do. Hey, I'm Ray, and you could say Bob from My Chemical Romance, and you're watching ClickMusic, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hey, I'm Ray.
And I'm Bob from My Chemical Romance.
And you're watching ClickMusic.
Music.
Wow, I messed it up. You could do it again. You could do it again? Yeah. Alright, I think it's clear. Alright, awesome.